Little intricate details. I'm not sure if she's following the scent of something. It's very thick in there. But she because she was popping out into the open. But judging by this very focused body language, she could well be on the trail of something. And that means we have to just sit and be patient. We don't want to interfere in any way with her ongoings.
Please excuse me.
Now I'm just going to call this on the Game Drive channel just to let everyone know. Because it's critical for us to share all of the information on different sightings with the other guides. I'm hoping she's going to pop out into that small clearing. There she goes. Stations, there's a Mafazi Ingwe. A couple of 100 meters south of Balinati's junction. She's just crossed over Triple M in an easterly direction. Well, we're going to try and reposition now. And isn't this great? Myself and VM had absolutely no idea and certainly didn't expect to bump into her. And that is the beauty of being out here, is that there's so much unknown and so many surprises that we get spoiled with. This being one of them. I can't wait to show you some better views of her so that you, the viewers, can help us identify this leopard. I don't fancy myself as much of an expert when it comes to identifying them, but there are certain individuals who are very good at doing this. It's great conditions for leopards to be hunting in. To reiterate, the wind and this windy weather that we're experiencing tells me that any prey will battle to hear her approach. It'll be muffled. I'm not sure if she's got a limp. It appears like her back right leg may be causing her a little bit of discomfort. Nothing serious though. And judging from that further brief glimpse that I had of her there, I think that this could be Shadow, which is one of Karula's daughters. Karula is a female leopard whose territory encompasses our property on Juma, and we see more of her than any other female. But this could be her daughter. And it would make sense from a territorial perspective because Shadow's territory lies to the west of us into Arathusa, and that's where she came from. Please just bear with me. It is going to be a while before we get a great glimpse of her. You can see her tail twitching in excitement there from side to side. Wouldn't it be wonderful to know what it is that she's smelling or hearing, which is inducing that tail to flicker from side to side? Maybe it's the scent of prey, maybe it's the scent of another leopard. Either way, there certainly is something that's exciting her. And that excites me, so I hope you're all enjoying this. Like I say, don't go anywhere. She will hopefully pop out into a more clear area which will allow us to get you some better views of her. Let me just try and reposition now because she has become somewhat stationary. We might be able to get a glimpse of her face here. And it's that face that you need to see to be able to identify the leopards. Well, not the only thing, but it certainly does provide you a view of the spots which can be used to help distinguish one leopard from another. Sniffing the bushes very, very intently. And I think that may even have been a phlegm grimace that we got to see there, which is a grimace that when they curl up their lips to open up an organ to process smell better. So it's not only their nostrils, but also an organ called the Jacobson's organ, which is used to help process scent better, and that's situated on their upper lip. Look at that tail flicking from side to side. What has happened here? Whatever it was that she could smell, I think just ran off. I heard a small rustle in the bushes, and she almost got a little bit of a fright. Oh, there it is. It's a genet. Look up in the tree there. Awesome, VM. Can you see it? This is incredible. You very, very seldom see genet during the day. It's a nocturnal animal. And this is incredible. Lucky genet, though. It escaped the leopard. And I'm surprised the leopard didn't continue trying to catch that genet, because it's up a very small tree. Where's the leopard gone? Okay. Not heading into an area that suits us greatly. But I'm guessing that a general eastern direction of movement will be the one that she continues to follow. At least I hope it does. Station copy there. Get any station copy there. Apologies, my earpiece, I just noticed had been pulled off my branch as I was driving past. Moving parallel to us at the moment, and I want to get into a position where hopefully we'll have her walking towards us. So again, bear with me for a moment. Very tricky business for VM on camera, but he's doing a great job tracking her through this thick undergrowth. Well, that was a first for me, everyone. I've never seen a leopard flush out a genet during the day, and it's testament to how good their sense of smell is. There's no ways that that leopard would have been able to see the genet in there. The only way it would have known is from its sense of smell. And that's why we saw that tail flickering and that body language of hers intensify as she got excited by the prospect of this genet. I just saw a steenbuck run off now, and now I see the leopards followed up behind. It's parallel to us. It's very thick here, so apologies. It's difficult to see, but the action continues, and now this leopard appears to be chasing down, or not chasing down, but following rather, at a slow-paced trot in the direction that this steenbok headed to us. Steenbok's a very small antelope. I just want to try and go a little bit further forward, and then that way we should get a good view of her. She has disappeared. But this is what leopards do well. Vian? Is she just behind those trees there, I think, the fallen down tree? To me, I really thought that she would have continued in her direction following that steenbok, but unless she darted off in another direction, she should be here. How bizarre. It took us only a few seconds to go around the termite mound, and in that time to have vanished. Well, just as quickly and unexpectedly as we found her, it may appear that we are going to lose her equally as quickly and easily. I'm not going to give up on her though. Actually blown away by the fact that she has disappeared. She was right here where we parked now. Try and establish where to go next in order to try and relocate her. In the very short time that we haven't been viewing her, if she hadn't been moving, which I'm guessing she would have, she could be a considerable way off. And in this thick bush, it's going to make for a tricky but not impossible relocation. Well, I think myself and Vian have got our work cut out for us here, so let's focus on doing that, and we're going to cut across to Hayden. If we have any luck relocating on this female leopard, whoever it may be, we'll certainly let you guys know. Catch you later.
Folks, we've just turned up to Buffelshoek Dam. I wanted to come up here and have a look because I was in the area, and I thought it might be just worth checking to see if, excuse me, whether any of the predators had come up here for a drink. And it's always just good to check these water holes when you're close by. There was also talk of elephant up here earlier, but we've got ourselves a hippo, and that's always a good thing. It's really interesting how the hippo population is moves around here at the moment. There's no other hippos, and Andrew's just scanning around. You can see the size of Buffelshoek Dam here. There's no other hippos in here at the moment, but the other day there was 3, and then I heard from the guides that before that there was only 2. So the transition, or the cross sort of dam population is really transient at the moment. It looks like it's just the bull in here by himself, and females come and go from this, but I have sat here and I've seen like 15, 18 hippo in here. So they will travel vast distances overnight to get to those water holes, and it just depends on what the vegetation's like. If there's good vegetation around, they prefer the shorter greener grass than the coarse grass, and that mouth is designed perfectly for that, as you know, with that beautiful big square lip at the bottom. Really nicely designed. I'm just turning my game drive channel down. But adult males, goodness, they can get up to 3,000 kilograms, which is, here goes the mathematics again. 3,000 kilograms. I should have an app for this, shouldn't I? 3,000 kilograms is about 2,300 pounds, I think, around that. That's a bit of a guess. No, sorry, no, that's not right. I've done that the wrong way around, haven't I? No, I think it's more likely other way around, double the kilos. So it's about 7,000 pounds, I'd say, as it is a bit of a rough estimate of a big bull. But really hard to tell how big an animal is under the water with those, just the nostrils and the head and the eyes, perfectly adapted, as you can see, to just spend most of the day submerged, a semi-aquatic life that they lead. In the colder months, they'll come out and haul themselves out onto the sandbanks and maybe stay in the warmth of the sun a little bit until they get too hot or the sun gets too extreme, to protect their very, very sensitive skin. Then they go in the water.